might take some people a little bit of time to get over from Rob's stream because he's still streaming. What's going on, Clyve? How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, hey, Chris. Thanks for having me on. Pleasure to be here.
I appreciate you coming on, man. What watch you wearing tonight?
Well, actually, I'm wearing the Apple shirt. Actually, now blue shirt. If you want to join us, we sent you a link.
Yeah, come on and hop on, Bruce. There's no real topic tonight. I was just trying to wait till at least 9. Like I said, since Rob's on right now, so I didn't want to go through his time. Yep. Yeah, how's it going, Lucian?
Now, he's actually kind of a mess, starting a nice little collection of his own for a youngster, isn't he?
Yeah, what all does he have now?
Well, actually, Lucian, why don't you tell us what you have? And I can't remember exactly what they are, but I think it's at his age, being in the hobby, I think that's spectacular.
How old is he?
Young. Keep in mind, I real careful dealing with kids, especially in YouTube, especially coming. Yeah.
What's going on, Jason? How you doing tonight, bud?
Yeah, he's going to get a Moses C-parter.
Say what? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was watching that on Rob's stream.
Stupid autocorrect.
Yeah. But yeah, no real topic tonight. Just figure we get on chats. It's been a little. I'm back into the swing of thing with work, so trying to work around that schedule now. So not getting on like every night like I was when I was off work for like a month. So
now, actually, I've got a friend. AD never calls is what he's calling himself. And yes, I have friends, but he actually he sold a blue dial Mosier Pioneer, even with a additional rubber strap, for like $8,500, and I think that's such a fantastic price for that watch.
That's really good for a H Mosier.
I think so.
Sorry to interrupt, but do you think now with the recent happenings with I'm not getting political, guys, but just with the recent happenings of the election and everything, you think prices are going to start to soften a little bit?
Hard to tell. But like I said, so we're having the monster surge, is everything I'm hearing. So as a matter of fact, we're going to start closing bars and restaurants at 11 o'clock. Our dipshit governor finally said, at least finally for the first time, said, maybe you guys should start wearing masks.
Really? Just now saying it?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. We've been closing bars and stuff here at the beach since around 11. Of course, there are some that don't go by the rules, but they keep their people in past whatever. But they've been closing the bars here at the beach at 11 for a while now, and we've had our governor is actually halfway decent, our mayor, and she's actually had the mask mandate. So,
well, yeah, and the thing is, the big cities around here, Oklahoma City and Tulsa, the governor doesn't want to do shit, but at least the mayor stepped in and said, no, screw this. Nah, our town, masks, everyone wore freaking masks.
Yeah.
But here's what sucks, though. The mayor of Tulsa was being interviewed. This guy's actually sharp guy. I mean, I actually think
Okay, there goes Bruce.
Hey, guys.
Bruce.
What's up, Bruce?
Not much, man. Thanks for sending me the invite.
Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
Hey, I understand you're on a bunch of interviews and Zooming tonight, trying to on the work front. How's that going?
It's going. Well, I did a third interview today, so hopefully that'll be the charm. Something temporary, but it's better than nothing. So we'll see what happens.
Yep,
nice.
especially right now, work has come before play.
Yeah, absolutely. With the holidays coming up and everything.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Now I've actually had a few people, and Chris is asking me, Blue Shirt, do you think the election's going to change the hobby? You think prices might go down or up or what?
I see them just continuing to go up.
Yeah.
And I mean, literally everything's been going up. Hey, Urban and Design. What's up, guys?
But sorry to interrupt, but I just tried typing "Hey Bud" on YouTube, and YouTube retracted my own comment when I said "Hey Bud" when I was talking to Urban Country. Can you believe
Really?
that?
That's weird. There's a lot of weird stuff been going on.
Yep.
But
Now-
yeah, like I said, no real. Go ahead, Clive. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything. I just no point. Go ahead.
No, it's actually nice to be. Never mind. Yeah, I admire your enthusiasm on the channel.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. You're doing a great job, man.
Thanks,
I always enjoy
guys.
your content. Yeah. No worries. But I mean, it's not only just new watches. I think vintage prices are rising as well, and it seems to be across the board. So no matter what the economy seems to be doing, watches are doing well.
Yeah. And hell, not too long ago, I was picking like vintage, Swiss vintage, oversized chronographs for like $300-400. Those days, my boys, are gone.
Yeah.
Now Nathan's got a good question. He said his AD offered him 41 millimeter OP blue dial. He said, "What do you guys think about the new OP line?" I love the new OP line. I think they're doing great. What about you guys? Which Clyve, you had the green one, right?
Yeah. Now, my question though is that the light blue one, the Tiffany blue, or is that the dark blue?
Yeah, both are nice, but Clyve and I have done about half a dozen shows on the OP line on various different channels. I mean, the line is fantastic. It's Rolex's core line that they've breathed new life into it with all the different colors, and I think it's a good deal. I mean, it's a $5,900 watch that if you look on the secondhand, well, not on the secondhand market, on the gray market, it's going for $10,000-11,000. It's crazy,
Insane. But okay, now, but here's Nathan. Here's my, and this
dark
is
blue. He says dark blue.
Okay, well, and I was kind of thinking it was because the light blues are leading the charge.
Correct.
Now, and it's a great watch. If you love the watch, if it's like ooh, if it makes your heart beat fast, if you're in love with it, yes, that's a great deal. If on the other hand you're just thinking like, oh, what's the investment possibility? What's the value retention? If you're not in love with it, pass it.
Definitely.
Good advice.
Definitely. Bruce, I know I talked with Clyve about this before.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on the new Oris with the in-house movement? I think they're doing good things with that, don't you?
Yeah. I wish that Oris had put it in a new watch and not just dumped it in the Aquas. That's my only, and that it's a little bit overpriced. If it was 2,500 as opposed to 3,500, I would like it better. And I'm hoping that maybe beginning of next year you'll see it in that movement in a brand new watch. I mean, it's always a good thing when a brand starts to make their own movements. It's good for the industry and good for the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, total dad joke. You know what the difference is between beer nuts and deer nuts?
What's that?
What?
Beer nuts now cost like $4, but you can still find beer nuts under $1.
But
Yeah. Nathan's saying he's 25 years old, bought a new sub last year from him, and he seems to be too heavily invested in watches. Okay.
Yeah, for a 25-year-old, that's a hell of an impressive start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's leaps and bounds above where I was when I was 25. So
Same here.
But Nathan, and again, if you love the watch, if you really and truly love that watch, it takes your breath away. If you don't love it, pass it.
Yeah, especially since you already have a new sub. So
yeah. Oh, no way. You suck.
Yeah, he's got it in good with the AD, I guess, huh?
Yeah. All it takes is a history.
Yep.
And history and reputation, we all have them. Is it working for you or is it working against you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now are you still on the list you're on the list for something, right, Clyve?
A sermon, but they got 3 in September. 3 sermon, or two or 3 or something like that. I'm in line for the next one. Every once in a while I ask, hey, how's it going? He's like, shit, dude, we're just waiting. We haven't got squad in since that big shipment in September.
Yeah, you would think that they might get in another shipment before the holiday, especially if things in Europe continue to get worse, and there's the possibility that the factories will start to shut again.
Yep,
they may try and just send out another shipment before Christmas.
There's a lot of uncertainty, but as for the watch market, the shutdowns, and keep in mind, the shutdowns and the economic problems are not hitting everyone equally. So just like everything else, the rich get richer, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that's like I just seen. I watch car guys on YouTube. I don't know if you guys ever watch DDE, Daily Driven Exotics. The dude just bought his 18-year-old daughter a Lambo.
Wow!
I'm like, 18-year-old daughter a Lambo. I'm like, really?
What
props
color?
To him.
What color is the sky in his world?
It's always blue in his world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, more power to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with the shutdowns, there's a lot of people that are sitting making the same money, but they can't really go out and do vacations. They might be getting more stuff off Amazon, but they're sitting at home with more money, and less things to spend it on. So it kind of makes sense that
right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can't go do anything with it, so might as well spend it, right?
Yeah.
That's basically it.
And I didn't even think. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but if it starts hitting Europe again, they start shutting down. Good night, Irene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby.
What's going on, Bobby? How you doing tonight, bud? Bobby's been on a bit of a G-Shock buying spree, kind of like Rob lately.
Indeed. I know Bobby has his sights set on something nice.
Oh yeah, he's got his Datejust, I believe. 41. That my AD actually had a couple of 80. My AD actually had a couple of 41 Datejusts. They didn't have the one that he wanted though. Because I stopped by there this past Saturday when I was down that way. Of course, it was Datejust RS there. They had a Sky Dweller in there, but he had told me it was sold already. Of course. So.
Oh yeah, they had a Daytona when I went in September.
Nice. Yeah, I was in two different ADs in September, and the two ADs that are closest to me here, and each had a Sea Dweller, which was pretty surprising.
Oh Jesus! I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, but yeah, my AD hadn't had anything since they had the Sea Dweller. Sorry, I'm sending Bobby the link now. He said he'll join in too.
I wonder if I should take it or not.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you, man.
Blue Shirt, what do you think?
Yeah, take it, I guess.
All right, I'm gonna mute it.
But
oh wait, no.
Yeah,
that's
the only.
Gave up.
Okay.
I did the round.
Yeah, believe it or not, my 1505 might already be sold. By the way,
Oh, nice. Nice.
Rolex.
I might have sold it to locally to a collector friend of mine. What's going on, Bobby?
Hey guys, how are you this evening?
Hey, Bobby. Nice to talk to you.
Hey, Blue Shirt. So I couldn't make
Don't-
it on Sunday. I know you had invited me, but the kids were a little crazier than I anticipated.
No
So
worries. No worries. We're every Sunday at 2:00, so you're always welcome to join in.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
Great channel. I think it's one of the best conversation places on the tube of you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
By the way, Bruce, when we get off here, let me get your email because Rick said he would be glad to go on. By the way,
Oh, cool.
yeah, Rick
All
said
right.
he'd be glad to go on Clifton's and your channel.
Okay, cool.
Oh my God! Now, could you imagine James Arthur and Rick going
Well,
on
that's what I'd be a super collector
dun 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 dun
confrontation
dun.
duel. Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what my plan, my master plan was.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Because
Man.
between the two of them,
What's you got on tonight, Bobby?
You know,
Oh,
actually,
sorry.
I was in the barn doing a video, an unboxing video for tomorrow, and I took off the watch that I was wearing and I left it in the barn. So I'm actually not wearing a watch right now, but I was wearing just a regular old G-Shock. It's just the easiest thing to grab in the morning for me. You know, I do watch changes during the course of the day, but I did some wood chopping today for the fireplace. So I tend not to wear an automatic watch when I do that. So the G-Shock is safe. It's just a adorable piece of machinery
Yeah.
that
Nice.
and one of the hard
Sorry,
set
Bruce.
rules. No, that's okay. I said, in one of the hard set rules of watch collecting, Bobby, G-Shocks don't count.
exactly. That's why I have two coming this week. I bought a couple more. So I'm actually jumping into. I've been a G-Shock square guy, and now I'm trying out these other G-Shocks that are not squares that are huge, but they're light. So I'm getting a Frogman in tomorrow. I got a pretty good deal on a Frogman, and then I got the one. I forget the model number, but it has a heart rate monitor. And I was planning on doing a. My wife bought a Peloton a few years ago, one of those bikes, and so they come with a heart rate strap that goes around your chest, which is uncomfortable. So I'm going to try wearing that and the G-Shock with a heart rate monitor to see make a comparison to see if they're kind of close, or if it's all BS. You know.
Cool.
Nice.
But
Nice.
that's
You got
my
any
level of excitement these days. So.
Urban Country's asking, do you have any G-Shocks, Clyve, or no?
No, last time I saw G-Shock was about the last time I saw G-Spot.
Oh.
Man.
So, Bobby, you still in selling mode, getting ready for or saving up for your next big move?
Yeah, so I sold a few watches, as you know, Bruce. But there's a couple. So I had my Gerard Perregaux Seahawk 2 sold, but Mrs. Legs put the kibosh on that because she had bought me the
Yep,
the
understandable.
Rashevin class. So
Understandable.
yeah, so I wasn't gonna. That was a battle that I wasn't prepared to fight.
And you were never going to win, so.
And I was never gonna win, right? So it's the whole lose 9 battles to win the 10th, right? That's the whole philosophy I have with my wife as I look over to see if she hears me. And so there's the Guinot that I was trying to sell, but I think I'm gonna actually keep it. But yeah, I'm basically. Other than accumulating a few G-Shocks here and there, which, as we know, they don't count, but they do. I'm prepared, man. If I see in an AD around me that Datejust that I'm looking for, because I do want to establish a relationship with a Datejust. With an AD for whatever it's worth. and I don't want to pay over MSRP, which is probably not a realistic and desire or wish. I think eventually I'm probably not going to go the AD route and go the gray market route, but I'd rather give the AD a shot for a while.
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
no rush.
absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
what kind of relics are you looking for?
The DG, the HS 41 blue dial with the Romans.
Oh, that's a
So
watch the rancher is intimately familiar with.
I might have a cough hook up with a gray market dealer soon. No comment, right?
oh yeah,
Clyve?
no,
Right, no comment.
no comment here either. But I want to give the AD a shot because, like I said, I do want to establish a relationship down the road with
That's smart.
whatever it's worth. I'm not a big time player, so
Yeah.
Neither am
whatever.
I. But take your time, man. Take your time.
Yeah.
No,
So
is this the HS41? Is this with the steel jubilee and the white gold fluted?
No. So actually, a few weeks ago, I went to an AD and I tried on some 41s. It didn't have the combination that I wanted, but I went in there thinking that I definitely wanted the fluted with the Jubilee, and now I think I prefer the smooth with the Jubilee.
Okay.
I feel it's a little more sporty, less blingy. Even though I like bling, I just I think I like this. I prefer the smooth with the Jubilee.
Okay. Now, speaking as someone who has the jubilee with the fluted,
Yeah.
it looks like it's all made out of the same metal.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Datejust is it's almost like the closest thing that Rolex has to a bespoke watch. But in my mind, and maybe I'm being a little too conventional, maybe I'm a little old fashioned, but smooth bezel, oyster bracelet, jubilee bracelet, fluted bezel.
Exactly.
No, I hear you, and the only thing, the thing with the oyster, those center links, man, they just this polished they just bug me, and I know myself. I know I'm gonna want to wear the watch, but I know how marks and scratches can come up pretty easily on that polished center links, and maybe it's an irrational fear.
I've had ones with polished center links, and yeah, they are scratch magnets.
Hey, it's different strokes for different folks, Bobby. You like what you like. It doesn't matter what the rest of us think. It's what makes your heart go pitter patter.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you guys, would wish the best and for whatever I'd pick up. You know what I mean? So, but it's been something I've been searching for a really long time, and I finally got into a position where I could make that choice. And now it's like waiting for it, and waiting for it to show up. So,
yeah. I just want to say hello to my very good friend Howdy from Texas. How's it going, buddy?
Howdy.
What's going on? Now the 41, Clyve, that's one of your daily wears, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But, and again, I still think, and like I said, and you can choose what you want. Of course, we will support you, but I'll just judge you with silent contempt.
That's fine.
Yeah. But you have to keep in mind, though, the Blue Romans is the dressiest freaking dial in the range.
Okay. Yep.
And to me, that's gonna if you're gonna get get a blue indexes, then that'd be fine with the smooth bezel. But
yeah, no, I hear you. That makes logical sense to me. Yeah. I'm so glad I went to the AD in the first place, right? Try on these watches, because I was thinking originally going for a 36 mil, and I have 6 3/4 inch wrist, so I don't have necessarily a big wrist. But I felt like the 36 was actually small, and compared to the 41, just sat on my wrist so much better. So a couple of epiphanies, 41 definitely over the 36, and smooth bezel over the fluted. Now, maybe when I see the combination that I'm looking for in person, maybe I'll change my mind, and maybe you're right, Clive. The fluted bezel definitely fits the type of dial better, but I won't know until I
And
see
the
it in
bracelet.
person.
In the bracelet, but you have to keep
No,
in mind. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Peter C's asking, has Mrs. Legs provided any input towards your purchase, Bobby?
she she is actually supportive.
Sorry, Clyve.
So
Yeah. Now there's a guy. He's selling God. I think it's not even 2 years old. Like it's a silver dial date just with a oyster bracelet and smooth bezel, and I think it's like $7,900. That's just damn near MSRP. And I'm thinking,
Yeah, that is. But one thing I just wanted to say, Bobby, that your choice of the blue dial Romans, it's one of the best looking Datejust there is. It just looks, it's so amazing looking.
I love the look, and look, I get it. I mean, like, somebody, a couple of the guys were pointing out, well, you're not going to have loom. I'm like, I don't need loom. You know what I mean?
you know why you don't need loom?
What was that?
You know why you don't need loom?
Why is that?
Because you'll have contrast.
Exactly.
There you go.
And
that works for me.
It's a sporty dress watch.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it punches way above its weight.
It does.
And they do such a good job. You can almost understand the insanity of Rolex steel, because especially polished, it looks white gold.
Right.
And I think they specifically had to put a lighter color on the blue Romans Datejust, because if it was darker, I think people would start confused, almost mistake it for a day date. Now, of course, I realize the day date would have a different bracelet, but anyway, I'll shut up. You're wrong.
But yeah, the time will be right. When it comes, it'll come, right, Bobby?
Exactly, man. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm going anywhere, right?
Listen,
it's
Bobby,
not like we're going anywhere.
Yeah, it happens when you least expect it.
Yeah,
when I went into my AD a couple of years ago, and I went to go look at a used Explorer 2, and the salesperson was like, "Oh, by the way, we have a new one in the safe that someone ordered and changed their mind when it came in." And that's how I lucked into my Explorer 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So you never know.
Do you miss it? Gotta ask you, do you miss it? Sorry,
yes, I do miss it, but I love my bluesy more.
Nice, and that is the correct answer.
Yep.
Out of context, but
just 36 on champagne dial is an icon.
Oh,
it's hard to read, but it is classic.
Yeah, it is. It's the low contrast special.
Yeah, for older eyes, it's not easy to read, but it is a classic.
Now, if it was like champagne dial and maybe black hands and black numeral black indices, that'd make a lot more sense.
Right.
What do you guys think of that? The Wimbledon dial.
Just read through the comments.
Serious contender.
Yeah.
It's a good looking watch, right? I mean, it really is a good looking watch.
And what I'm saying is, just go through the Rolex website and just go through all the combinations.
Yeah.
And if you looked at the watch, it's like, no, I want Jubilee, I want blue Romans, and I want a smooth bezel. Then okay, then go for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I've been playing on that website for months now. So, but I mean, it wasn't. But seeing the watches in person really was the clincher, and that's I'm so used to, especially with the lower, or let me say affordable watches, of just buying them online, right, without
Right.
even trying them on.
Right.
And most times, it's been a home run. I've never had an issue. I've never been like, oh, that was a mistake. But this is for me a significant purchase, out of my it's not out of my comfort zone because I have the money saved up, but it's out of norm for me.
Mhm.
So seeing in person is definitely something I wanted to do, and I'm glad that I did it, because now I know what I want. I thought I knew what I want, but now I actually do know what I want. So
Right? Because you were going in thinking 36, and you tried the 41 on, and it fits.
yeah, my buddy Colin, who's on the chat
Mm-hmm.
right here on
Hey,
Winding
Colin.
Watches. He has a 41, and we have the same size wrist. And he was like, you should definitely try the 41. And he
Mhm.
was so right. He was the one that kind of like put it in my head, that maybe the 36 wasn't the right choice. And he was right.
Cool.
Now, Design TA has a question. Which hot horology brand or watch you feel better above its weight class? Well, here's the thing, Design. That's tough because that's a moving target. In the past, I would have said Parmigiani Fleurier. Hate away, haters, hate away. But you could get those things. GPH. I mean, God, this guy, the design and the watchmaker. He's basically the next FP Journe. I think those things were undervalued, but the market caught on. I thought, and I think Mosier is actually still a good value. Now the Streamliner, come on. But I think if you would look at an Endeavor, especially the older ones, I think there's a lot of value there.
I agree with both those choices. I agree totally with Parmigiani. I mean, the older Tandas are just beautiful watches. This is another thing that I'm wrestling. I'm saving up, or I have saved up for a watch that I'm pretty sure I want, but there's so many great other watches out there. And Moser, you hit on a couple of them, Parmigiani and Moser.
Now, what do you think about Habring?
Well, you have to be really, really careful with Habring if you're going to give it as a gift. You have to make sure the person you giving it to doesn't have any warrants, because you don't want to be charged with harboring a fugitive.
Oh,
but
yeah, I think harboring is also undervalued right now.
Correct. Yeah, they're great watches.
I still think vintage. I still think vintage. I mean, pre-owned Breguet. There's some great value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the market is slowly. Okay, and Grand Seiko, like I said, I've played with a couple of Grand Seikos, and I think those things are undeniable value for money.
I think there's also some German watches. I know that. Oh, sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
No, he was asking about high horology, not Heil horology.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead, Bobby. I was just gonna say, I know my buddy Adam that I had on yesterday from 1010 Talk. He loves his Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely the Grand Seiko fanboy club is a large group of guys.
I really want to take a cheap shot at another YouTube channel, but I'm going to hold off. Segue. All right. Glasuit original, yeah. There's only Glasuit original Panamatic Lunar.
Mm-hmm.
I think those things you get a lot for on the secondhand market, or the Pano Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah. No, actually, those are old jokes. I used to make those.
I really like the CQ.
But is it better than a Rolex, the CQ?
It's a nice watch. It's just overpriced.
Yeah. And to me, a CQ looks like, it kind of looks like a 70s, I'm about to say, it looks like a 70s Timex. And if you like that design, that's okay. That's cool. This is a safe place, shitter. But yeah. And to be honest, at times it's hard to be as subjective when I look at a watch and I just think either meh or ugh.
And Mike's saying that Grand spring drive movement is the most advanced.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're beating a dead horse, but that what is it, Oris Aquas 400?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great movement. God, if they could have just put it in a different watch.
Yeah. For me, the hot horology brand that punches above its weight is JLC. If you guys ever get a chance to see a Duometra in person, let me tell you, it takes your breath away. It's amazing, that watch.
Yeah, Colin's saying that the original Senator chronometer is the steal.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep.
I like those. Those are good looking watches.
Oh, like the 70s, the TV screen watches.
Mm-hmm. I just like aesthetically. I like the 70s line in the Clyve original.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be my first pick, but I do. I like the way they look.
I tried on the 60s, the one with the bright sunburst orange style.
Yeah.
What an amazing watch that is.
Really? So
I loved it. And I'm not an orange guy. I'm not a big orange fan, but I love that watch. Tried it on at Watch Time at the Glashütte booth, and stunning watch. Absolutely stunning.
See, Bruce, I have no desire to ever, try that watch on, or even like look at that watch. But I guess it's one of those things where you have to see it in person, because it does nothing for me in pictures.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought the same thing.
Does it? Let's be clear about this. Does it do nothing for you, or less than nothing for you?
It does. It does.
That's like Panerai. Like for the longest time, until I saw Panerai in person, I never got why people love Panerai until I saw one in person, and now I'll see one I actually kind of like them.
Now, Hattie from Texas, and I feel embarrassed, and I've been saying this.
And then Urban Country's got a question for the panel.
Yeah, Breitling and Longines are undervalued.
What's the purpose of a smartwatch? It keeps us from asking dumb questions. No, sorry. Not like that one. Okay. Let me. Okay. I'll go on a limb here. I think the smartwatch is the essential tool watch of the 21st century.
Okay. It's a valid statement.
I can agree with that.
It's ultimately disposable, but unlimited. But imagine having a watch and going to and specifically telling the watchmaker, I want you to have this complication, that complication, and this other complication on there. And then going back the next week and say, I want different complications now.
Yeah. And one thing I can say that is good about smartwatches is a lot more people probably are getting into shape or better shape because of smartwatches that probably wouldn't have, just so they can utilize them too. Like I've seen that.
And then there's me. And Hattie from Texas, yeah. And I am embarrassed. I saw Hattie from Texas point. Yeah, and that's Longines. I think brands current brands right now with current prices. Breitling is brand new, probably the best bang for the buck out there. I think they're the Avis of the watch industry right now. They're trying harder. It doesn't matter if it's the Type 20. It doesn't matter if it's the Master Collection. They've got some interesting divers up there. I would look at some of the, not not Breitling, Longines before I spent that kind of money on a CQ by Glasuta.
I do like the Legend, the Heritage Diver. Those are good looking divers.
Great bang for buck. And Master Chrono, Master Collection, basically it's got like 5 freaking retrogrades on there. I mean, holy crap. It's of course they're owned by Swatch, so Swatch came out with a movement that they specified, that they modified specifically for that watch. That's almost in-house. The only thing, it's a lot of complications at an unbeatable price. You can tell it's a modified movement though, because it is a bit on the thick side for essentially a complicated dress watch. Other than that, it's almost perfection.
So maybe not this brand not being high horology or whole horology, but what about Maurice Lacroix? What do you guys think on that? I mean, they have some very, very, I mean, they have a lot of, low end.
They're all over the place.
They are all over the place. And that's probably one of maybe the downsides about the whole brand. But there's some of the good stuff is really good.
Oh, God. And what is that?
I like the Acon that I had in a while back. That was actually a good looking watch. Say what, Clyve?
Well, I'm trying to think. Gerard Perigo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think those. Yeah, of course. If you get one of those, if you buy one for MSRP, you need your head examined.
Right. That's the thing. Yeah, you definitely don't buy those. But you don't buy MSRP. I love the Laureato. I love it. I mean, I know it looks a lot like a lot of other watches in the same build, but man, it's just a beautiful, beautiful watch, especially that new special edition or limited one, the Onyx with the Onyx dial, the black dial. That is such a beautiful, beautiful watch.
Okay, but let's talk about the Vacheron overseas.
Mm-hmm.
For the longest time, it was the Underdog, and everyone's saying, "Well, God, it's a really great watch. We're going to give it props, but man, the resale kind of sucks on it."
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone else caught on to it, and then so much for getting a cheap overseas version 3. Those things have become hard to get at MSRP from the AD. However, the GP Laureato, I also think the Piaget Polo S is something to look at.
Right. There's so many watches with the same look with the integrated bracelet out there that, and I don't know if it's GP not marketing themselves as good as they should, but I just don't think like you're going to see something with the Laureato that happened with the Vacheron Constances where it's the Underdog and now it's not.
Yeah. I've also got some vintage like 70s and 80s like Omega and Zenith with integrated bracelets, and I think they look a hell of a lot nicer. I think they look more expensive than what they sell for.
Right. Well, and you bring up Zenith now they have
which I was talking about the Acon earlier. Yeah, go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
We were talking about Zenith. You had the Defy line that, and that's another integrated bracelet. Sort of royal oakish kind of look. And then you have Maurice Lacroix with the Acon, as to Chris's point, a more affordable integrated bracelet look. And then you have the Bell and Ross came out with something last year or earlier this year. So it's just it's a very the space is very populated with a lot of brands throwing their hat into the game, and GP gets lost in it, especially with the Laureato. I have a GP. I love it. It was my first luxury watch. I'm glad I'm keeping it and not selling it. But I would love, if the Datejust, if I wasn't so obsessed with the Datejust, I mean, the Laureato could have been the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, have you had a Rolex before?
And then Colin's saying he's not a Cartier fan.
No, I haven't, Clive. Yeah, no. So
Okay.
I mean, I need to.
Normally, I would say get it, but if it's just pop your Rolex cherry, just get the
Yeah,
damn.
absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Break the spell, pop your cherry, move on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you.
Cartier has a couple of
the Santos is a good looking watch. I've tried one on. It's not bad looking on.
And the the thing is that there's something out there. If there's something that really here's the thing though. Here's the thing that I think a lot of collectors, they're looking at the investment first instead of looking at a personal relationship with the watch.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think the best thing you can do is just go out there, go onto a website. Like there's a reputable dealer by you, either in person or online, and look and see what they have and just go through. Don't even look at the prices at first and just see which one catches your attention and then hone in on that.
Yeah.
And if it really has got its hooks in you, then you start researching the price. You start looking at what they're going for in the secondary market. See what, looking for it on eLadyBoy and Watch Recon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think people are looking at the resale part of it, or the value retention part, before they're even trying to figure out what they really like.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point here's actually the beautiful thing about Rolex right now. You want to hear what that is?
Yeah, right.
What's that?
It's almost impossible to get screwed.
True.
Indeed.
As long as it's authentic. Even if you overpaid, okay, just wait. The market will catch up with what you paid.
Yep.
And that kind of sucks because that means it's going up and up and
Yeah.
up and up. But on the other hand, as long as you hold on to it, it'll catch up.
Yeah. Definitely. You know what one actually surprised me was that Bulgari, that Ricklin, and that's the killer watch. Do you think it's overpriced, or do you think it's priced right where it's at?
No, I think it's priced right.
How much is it priced for?
$11,900 for that one.
No, actually,
I think it's a lot of watch for the money, considering it's in-house movement and it's got the real. Is it still the real Stennis movement, or was there another one that came out thinner now?
Well, there's the
Altapano.
Altiplano, yeah, that's the one it's only 2 millimeters thick.
Come out.
Yeah.
And
that just won the GPHG
but
award.
The Bulgari is probably a little more wearable, right? Bulgari.
Certainly.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, it's a beautiful.
And then
watch.
100-meter water resistant kind of surprised me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amin has
Go ahead,
that
Bobby.
Bulgari.
Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, Amin has that watch, and it's just a beautiful. He's got it in a blue dial as well. I think Rick's was blue dial, right? So I mean, that's just a beautiful, beautiful watch, man. That case back is just trippy. It's crazy.
Overseas Generation 1, I think, is still undervalued and underpriced.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's still got us for around what, 5?
Yeah, for now. Vintage Omega Sports, underpriced.
What's the case diameter on the overseas one? Is that 37?
Yep.
I think Federico had one on his website.
It's a little bit small, but on the other hand, if you came across a Royal Oak, do you think you'd really, a good price on a good deal on a Royal Oak, would you really think, well, I was really wanting the 41 millimeter.
Right. No, I don't mind a smaller.
No, because, well, it's like people give me crap all the time about my Aquanaut, but I wear it as a dress watch.
Okay.
Also, you know what the my Aquanaut has, right? Patina.
What's that?
It's not just patina. It's Patek patina, fuckers. Patek patina.
Take care, Jason. Good to see you.
See you, buddy.
Later, Jason. Thanks for coming on, man. Howdy for Texas is saying the Planet Ocean is underpriced. I think I would agree because that is a lot of watch for the money. I like the new one. I think Bear Clooney just got the white dial with the orange bezel.
Yeah, and that's a great watch.
He's got 4 Planet Oceans now.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, if something catches your attention, if you're not, as long as you're not paying everyone's like, it's like, well, if you're paying the least amount for it in the country, you either have a very motivated or a stupid seller, or you might be getting screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Another possibility is to go to look for different watch dealers, because different watch dealers, it's just like YouTube channels. We all like to say that we consider and look at everything, but everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Some channels really just go with Lange, Patek, and Rolex, and they don't know or they don't appreciate other brands as much. So you've got a watch reseller, and it's possible for someone to a Lange or a VC trade it in on a Rolex. Chances are they probably screwed this dude to death. And people don't go to this watch dealer all the time. They're saying, "Hey, you have any Rolex? You have any Rolex? You have any Rolex?" If they're known for that, if they're known for a brand or for a reference, people generally don't go up to them and ask for oddball stuff. They don't say, "Hey, do you have any Vacheron Constantin?" And sometimes they'll have a piece that they've taken on consignment or taken as a trade-in, and it's sat there for so long, or they may not know it as well. They may not appreciate it as much. And sometimes you can get a good deal. You can get a good deal off a watch seller sometimes.
True. Because 8 out of 10 times, like you said, the person's going to ask for the Rolex over the random VC.
Exactly. Or they're known for having a collection of Rolex. So sometimes if you go to watch reseller and look for the discounts, look for the closeouts, that means they've had those watches there for a while, and they're
looking to make a deal.
Yep, they're looking to make a deal. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with those watches. It just means that it doesn't fall in line with the rest of the dealer stock.
Right. And they want to move it.
They want to move it.
Definitely. Well, we're closing in on about an hour here, guys. You guys about ready to call it a night?
Yeah, I'm fading fast, man.
Yep, sure.
Yep.
Thanks for having us on, Chris.
Girlfriend will be here on the way here shortly. Thanks for coming on, guys. Thanks for everybody who joined in on the chat. Appreciate it, guys.
Under the guy code.
I just got what I said. But anyways, let me, I'll go ahead.